Adios, Larry King. My name is Werner Puchert, and this is Finding Frequency. Wow, Larry King has passed away today. I was about to sit down and just record my little note for today and got a message on my phone indicating that he's passed away. He's passed on after, it seems, struggling all kinds of health problems. But when I look at him and his career, he just never stopped. And perhaps in that is a little bit of inspiration too. I don't know the man personally. I don't know what he stood for or what he's done, but he's had a little bit of influence on my life. I remember growing up in South Africa, and at some stage he started getting a little bit better TV shows, but better is probably also arguably not a well-chosen word, but I remember at some stage, I think we had a fourth channel kick in. I think it was called ETV or something. Or was it TV4? I can't remember. But we had a lot more international shows, international soap operas. You must remember South Africa was locked off from the broader international space due to sanctions and all these kind of things. And I remember in the mix we had things like Night Court. That was quite famous. And I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. But there was a few. Santa Barbara was a soap opera that we watched. All these shows from the States. There was another one, I can't remember now, but in the mix was this weird guy with the suspenders and the funny glasses who just always seemed to interview all the famous people in the world from all shapes and sizes. Larry King live. I remember watching some Larry King with my mom, usually after school or when we had some time. I mean, remember we were actually recording some of this stuff. We had a Betamax recorder, not VHS, Betamax specifically. It was the better format, by the way. And we would tape these things and then have like an afternoon lunch after school together and then watch some of the stuff that we've recorded. And I think Larry King was now and then part of the mix, or at least in the mix. So yeah, also inspirational for me in a way because I've always been a fan of people who could do good interviews. Arguably Larry King, Terry Gross, these kind of people who can have a conversation with people and not necessarily make it about themselves, but get all kinds of interesting things out of people. I always dreamt of being one of those. Also being in journalism. Arguably also inspiration that allowed me to go and work at a newspaper for a long time. Always these old news hounds, and Larry King was kind of a representative of that. So what I'll take from him is that you never stop working. You never let go of your craft for real. If you enjoy doing what you're doing, you'll do it until you pass on. And it's maybe the challenge for all of us to find something that we really like doing, because you might be doing it right up until the end. Well, it's not the end for me yet, and also not for you. So we still have a lot of opportunity to do interesting things. And tipping my hat to Larry King today. Thanks for listening.